I'm joined by Rocco Martin, who's getting ready to fight this Saturday in Moscow, Russia, against Ramazan Emeev. Rocco, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Good. It's nice to see you again. I got to meet you in person for the first time last weekend or 2 weekends ago now at Bellator 232 when your teammate Douglas Lima won the belt over Rory MacDonald. I do want to ask you a little bit about that. Before we do, you're over in Russia right now as we speak, getting ready for the fight. So I know you had a little bit of an issue getting there, but now that you're there, how are you feeling?
I feel great, man. I really think that before, it was a 12-hour trip turning into 24 hours to get here. But when I was at 155, I would have probably been kicked off the plane because I would have had a meltdown, But now I was able to eat the whole time and drink. So I wasn't like any problem of, being hungry or that situation. So that was a big positive. But I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm ready. I came a day early just so if any problems like that arose, that I would make it here Tuesday and be ready to go. So now it's just, get this next few pounds off and get ready to fight.
Yeah, that's actually my next question. Weight cut week. The weigh-ins are just a couple days away now. How much do you have left to cut?
Man, I walk around really light. I came in after eating. I ate more on that 24 hours of flying over here than I feel like I've eaten in about, a week. So I was just plowing food, I think, because I was kind of stressed out. So I was like, I'm just going to keep eating. I don't care. Because I was at the Delta Lounge, so I get, the free food in there. And I'm like, all right, anything free, I'm going to come after. So so I was plowing the food there. I came in at 180 only. So I've only got like nine pounds.
Nice. What kind of a setup do they have over there? Is there a sauna? Are you taking hot baths? What are you going to do to get that last little bit of weight off?
Yeah, normally I just do my couple of workouts a day, and then I'll do a bath towards the end. But I'm hoping to wake up. I mean, so Thursday night is normally I'll cut half the weight and then another half on Friday morning. But I'm hoping to wake up like 7 pounds over Thursday night and really just do a light workout. This one's going to be a really easy. I'm going to be really small in there, but I found out a while ago now that size isn't going to make the fight. So I'm going to just get in there and get after it.
Now, you actually have quite a few people that have made the trip with you. I just saw a picture on social media of you. There's Calvin Katter. I see Tyson Chartier there. Who else has made the trip with you? Obviously,
Calvin's main event. So Calvin's main event on this one. So he's out here. Rob's out here. And, obviously, I used to train with all of them in Boston. So it feels like a nice little homecoming for us, seeing each other. Obviously, Tyson's out here. Brock's here right now. We've been in the room playing cribbage all the time. And he was my travel partner until they split us off into separate sections for some reason. And who else is coming out? We got Jakow's coming out here from Atlanta. So he'll be out here. And then I'm not sure who else is coming, but it's going to be a good crew, man. I think that, I'm ready. I feel phenomenal. That's the main key is I feel great. My mind game's strong. And I'm telling you, I think that this is going to be a great night. I think I'm the underdog. So if I were you guys, I think I feel like Bovada's giving out free money right now. So if you want to go to Bovada and start clicking in that money and betting on me, I think you'd be crazy not to do that.
I like what you're saying. I was looking on Tapology. It does look like you're a slight underdog, but it's going to be a very interesting fight. We'll dive into that here shortly. I do want to just touch upon, you mentioned Calvin in the main event. Obviously, Zabit is a monster. It might be the toughest challenge that Calvin has faced, but he's no stranger to going on and beating guys that he might be an underdog against. How has he looked from what you've seen so far, and what kind of performance are you expecting out of him come fight night?
I'll be honest with you. So that Calvin is a fucking gamer, man. Calvin is a gamer where you'd see him train and you could tell like he's got potential, but then he gets in there and you're like, whoa, like where'd the nice guy go? Like this fucking nice, like awesome dude, So it's like he just turns mean. He gets mean. He's fucking got a laser right hand, and he's aggressive in there. I also think that Zabit's overhyped a little bit. I think he may have like a weight cut where he's cutting too much weight, possibly. Where I think in the gym he's probably just this ruthless killer where everyone's like, "Wow, this guy's the next champion." But I feel like I watch his fights and he's good, but I don't think he is what they say he is. But
so, do you expect Calvin to go in there and upset him and get the win?
Yeah, I think that Calvin definitely has the tools to beat any 145er in the world. I think that they're very specific game planning over there in Boston now with Tyson and Rob, and they're over there at Joe Lozon's. And, those guys have been grinding a lot. I see them, obviously we talk and I follow them all the time, and they seem like they got a good system going right now. So I think that they got the ball rolling, and it's a lot of momentum going their way as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. I can't wait to see your fight. Obviously, the main event as well. It's going to be a great card in Moscow, Russia, this Saturday on ESPN Plus. Another one of your teammates, a guy that you know very well, Douglas Lima, beat Rory MacDonald and won the Bellator welterweight belt. I was there. I was watching it with bated breath, very intensely. A lot of people were disappointed in the overall fight. They wanted a bloodbath, like it was the first time around. But what was the game plan from you guys coming in against Rory? And overall, like, how did you score the fight? When it was all over, did you really expect that he did enough to win? Because a lot of people feel like if you're the champ, some people, kind of lean towards a champ if it's a close round. What did you think before the judges rendered their decision?
No, I thought that I said the first round was close just because nothing really happened. And but other than that, I was like, Rory, I've never seen, like, he was like literally, I felt like trying to just not fight. Where I think he was just trying to not do any striking, and then with like a minute and a half left, he would try to take down Douglas. And the same thing, like me, Jacao, and Diego. Obviously we've been all training together a lot with Douglas, and we went out to Thailand, and then we were out here training, and I was just, I went back and rewatched the Rory fight again with the first one, and Rory was taking down Douglas like easily. And I called Jacao, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, I'm gonna go fucking kill Douglas because this guy can't get taken down in the gym. I'm like, dude, I'm not saying I'm a collegiate wrestler, but I'm like, fucking, you got Rory looking like he's a 4-time Olympic champion out there compared to me and Jacao when we're trying to take him down, and Diego. I'm like, there's no way this guy's wrestling is that good compared to all of us grapplers. So with that, we knew that Douglas had way better striking. We knew that. Really, I thought that Rory would come out southpaw and would fight more southpaw the entire time, just to stay away from those calf kicks. But he kind of brought a game plan of, I don't know what you do. He was just not engaging at all, so it's kind of difficult to find a range. But we knew that Douglas had way more power, way better striking, and way better. We knew his takedown defense was 100 times better than what he showed in the first fight. I think he just gave him way too much respect and was just worried more than he should have been in the first fight. But no, man, Douglas came out. I think Douglas took the last 4 easy. I don't know how anyone could dispute there with Rory. Kind of landed a couple of shots in the third round, but other than that, he didn't do much. I mean, I think that it was a pretty clear-cut fight where Douglas is the better fighter.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the future. A lot of people, including myself to some degree, felt like after Rory fought John Fitch and what he said post-fight in the cage, maybe he had lost that fire to get in there and compete at the highest of levels. And when you're going against guys like Lima or Fitch or whoever it may be, you need to be an absolute killer when you're stepping in the cage. Maybe he just doesn't have it anymore. Who knows? But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Another fight that I got to get your take on. It's a lot of controversy right now. I'm sure you watched it. If you didn't watch it, I'm sure you saw the highlights. But the BMF title, Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal. What did you think of the stoppage? And did you think if it didn't get stopped that Diaz would have been able to turn the tide in the 4th and 5th rounds like he does in other fights?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Nate definitely, has the cardio advantage with we'll say 95% of the fighters. I think that's true, but I don't know if it should have been stopped. I don't think it should have been stopped. The cut was pretty fucking nasty, but I don't think it should have been stopped. But I'm telling you right now, Masvidal is beating that boy's ass. I don't care what he says. So if he wants to say, there's no way he can walk out of that fight and be like, I'm the baddest motherfucker, because not a lot of people are standing toe to toe with him and fucking him up like that. Because Masvidal hurt him multiple times, put him down multiple times. And even when they're grappling, was fucking trying to take him out on the ground. And he had a couple okay moments, but other than that, he didn't do anything to be like, hey, you're in the fight. So I don't know how he can say anything. There's nothing that he can really cry to. But the Diaz brothers always find something where they literally are like those people that think the world's out to get them. Great fighter, but more just big balls. Just another guy that just has these fucking granite chin, granite, fucking balls like this, where, they get in there and take fucking all this damage, and all of a sudden they're still coming after you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that part is what is weird, because it's just like, I don't know, it takes a special human to fucking do that. So he's definitely getting paid his money now, which he should. And, but no, I think that Masvidal definitely whooped his ass. I don't think he's the baddest motherfucker out there, but he's a bad motherfucker, but he's not the baddest. But it was a great fight. I thought it was a phenomenal fight up until the stoppage, right? But it still went 3 rounds, so you can't be upset.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Nate took some big damage. So
yeah, interesting fight for sure. I wish it went into the 4th and 5th rounds. I think if you're gonna have a BMF title, it's the baddest MFer out there. You can't stop the fight, especially when Diaz has scar tissue. He cuts every fight. I mean, that last fight with McGregor, he looked like the Terminator, just blood everywhere. Yeah. Like, so, I just wish they didn't stop the fight, but, it is what it is now moving forward. I think someone like a Colby Covington could really give Masvidal some trouble, a wrestler, someone that's going to keep the pressure on.
Colby's going to give anyone trouble.
Yeah.
Colby's just because I'm telling you, like, I don't know if I don't think he's going to beat you in a straight kickboxing fight or, straight jiu-jitsu fight or even a straight wrestling match. But that guy, just because MMA, he figured out the perfect recipe for MMA right now. You can see the transition too in MMA. It's so much cardio based now, where you don't see these muscle guys walking around where they're just full pure muscle, and it's these skinny, lanky guys, or like skinnier guys that just have crazy cardio that are taking over. It's just like you look at the champions now compared to fucking 15 years ago. You're like, whoa. But I think that I think Colby's definitely gonna take out Usman as well. I'm gonna try to get out to that one, and I'm gonna be in Vegas betting a lot of money. So I'll definitely show people my bet slips for that one.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a great fight as well. Now, obviously, Rocco, the last time I talked to you was after you fought Damian Maia. That was at the end of June of this year. We spoke about the fight. You told me what you thought. How have you evolved since then? Like, what areas do you feel like you're better now stepping into the cage Saturday night versus then?
I mean, again, it's just like a mental roller coaster at that time in my life, with just all kinds of craziness. I was going through a breakup with my girlfriend, and then I was kind of like some transitions that were going on with me possibly moving out to Atlanta. And so now I've just got my base set right now, and I'm happy. I finally, I'm drama free, just living the dream. And now, again, I went up to Thailand for this camp and it's just like a mental break in life where I just feel like so much stress has come off my back that it's not so much my skill level that's skyrocketing, because I feel like I've always had the skills lately. For the last couple of years, my skills have been, at a very high level. It's just putting it all together. And now, out there with those guys, the Lima brothers, Jakal. Obviously, I've always had Brock here, my main squeeze, and so now it's just I just feel good, man. I think it's just a mental thing where really I went in that Damian fight and I was in a bad place. I was in a bad place. Even after the fight, I was kind of depressed for a while there, and I finally got out of my rut, and I feel phenomenal. And again, these fucking Vegas, whoever's making these Vegas odds are insane. These guys are crazy. If they think Ramazan should be the favorite, and if they think he's got a chance, I'm telling you right now, they're insane. If I was in Vegas right now, I 100% swear to God, I'm cleaning out my bank accounts right now. I'm cleaning out every dollar I put it in there.
Wow. Hey, that's awesome to hear, especially seeing a happy, motivated version of yourself going into this fight. I was looking at some of his previous fights. He's on a 7-fight win streak, but, I don't really feel like he's fought anyone on your level. The one guy that I know very well that he beat and it went to a decision was Sam Alvey. When you look at him, what do you think he does, or what do you think he's going to try to do to try and implement a game plan to get the better of you?
Yeah, what I try to do is, so I used to be addicted to these sleeping pills, you know what I mean? And then the only way I could wean myself off was to watch his fights before bedtime. So I started putting his fights on, and then, I'm just kidding. I'm still addicted to my sleeping pills, but you get the concept. I don't think he could beat me anywhere. I really don't think in any martial arts in this world, we can do anything. There's no way he can beat me in any area. But he's just a guy that's going to try to squeak out a decision. I think he's just going to try to squeak out the fight. He's not going to take any risk to put himself into harm. He's not going to do that. And I really think I'd take him out. I just don't see it. Sam Alvey, the reason why Sam Alvey's lost that fight is because Sam Alvey just stays on the cage the whole time. So all he would do is throw an overhand and shoot a takedown, but he's not really trying to take you down. He's just trying to win the round. He's just trying to it's the weirdest point fight. I don't even know what he's doing, man. This guy, I got the call to fight him, and, Ali calls me. He's like, hey, this fight, and I texted Ali. I'm like, hey, this guy's, I'm like, easy win. And Ali calls me. He's like, hey, this is my guy. And because both of our opponents originally fell off. And I said, you remember when I said easy fight? That text message hasn't changed. So no matter if we're talking on the phone, it's an easy fight. A lot of hard work goes into the easy fight. You know what I mean? And I'm ready for a 3-round war if it has to be a 3-round war. You know what I mean? But I also think, like, right now, I'm one of the best fighters in the world. I truly think that if I ran it back with Damian Maia right now, I'd run him over. And I see myself beating anyone in the top 10. I really do. And I think I just got to put it all together and just perform the way that I know I can. So it's not disrespect to Ramazan. I don't think he doesn't have the skills to be a top fighter. I just don't think he's got the skills to beat me.
I love the fact that you're channeling your inner Colby or Conor with a little funny trash talk earlier there. That was great. A different version of you that I like seeing. Did you see this?
I don't think Colby's clever. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a clever shit talking. I think he's like throwing fucking spaghetti at the wall. But he goes like for like the juggler of like things that most people can't say. And he's kind of gotten in that groove now where he's almost allowed to say it because everyone's like, it's so insane. He's just if he loses, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble because he's gonna eat a lot. But the guy, it's not like he doesn't get in there and fight. You know what I mean? So it's not like he's saying all this shit and then hiding behind the doors or something. Right. I mean, he might do that at the gym, like he'd talk shit on the mic, say, "I'll fuck you up if I see you," but he's not gonna do that at the gym. But he'll get in the cage, if he's getting paid, and he's gonna come out and he's a, elite competitor for sure.
Mm-hmm. Do you see this fight with Ramazan getting out of the first round? You seem very emphatic, saying that you're going to beat him and it's going to be easy. But do you think it will get out of the first round, or will you be disappointed if it does?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna. I never try to push the first round. I'm gonna push a finish. You know what I mean? I'm gonna push for the finish. I think I need to finish, these next 2 fights in order to kind of stay in the UFC and stay at a good standings in the UFC and really. I need to finish this guy just to get back out there and get back in the swing of hopefully I finish this guy and get another top 15 chance. And that'd be the ideal situation. But I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that Ramazan's not a good fighter. I think he's a great fighter. I think that he could beat guys in the top 20. I think that he does have a skill set that he could compete with anyone in the world, really. But I just think that I'm just that good. That's what I think.
Hey, well, like I said, I love the confidence, man. I can't wait for this fight. It's been a little too long since we've seen you inside the cage, coming on 5 months now. So happy to see you back stepping in there, this time in Moscow, Russia. Last question. Does fighting in hostile territory, does that motivate you? Do you think you're going to be the best version of yourself when you're going in there and you're getting all the boos and people are basically wanting you to lose?
Dude, I love it. It's 4th time actually, because I fought in Brazil twice, and I fought in Australia, and now I'm fighting in Russia. I love it. I think it kind of, because here's the thing, they don't really realize, for some reason, crowds don't realize that when they start cheering or yelling or booing or whatnot, like that still motivates me. You know what I mean? So like, just because you're booing doesn't mean like, oh, I feel like shit. No, I get amped up. Like I'm jacked up now. Like, let's go. So it's the same as when you go into your hometown and they're cheering. It's the same feeling. I feel like it's even better because that the guy that's mostly in Russia, man, the last thing any Russian wants to do is come over here and get their ass whipped. You know what I mean? You're fighting in your home country. These guys are, been doing fighting since they're kids. Everyone here is expecting these Russians to run us over. And, so the same thing is I'm going to whoop this guy's ass. and then I'm gonna enjoy Russia. You know, I'm gonna try to just live it to the fullest, and I'm gonna try to get all these Russians to jump on the Rocco bandwagon after this fight. So I ain't gonna try to disrespect them or nothing like that, but I'm gonna try to beat the shit out of them, and then tell Russia how much I love them. Then I'm gonna go out and see how much trouble I can get in Russia, and then I'm gonna hopefully make that flight home and not get killed while I'm here.
Well, sounds good. Don't get killed. Stay safe, man. Go in there, get the victory, get back to the States safe and sound so we can talk again soon. Always a pleasure talking to you, my man. Before I let you go, if there's anyone you want to thank, the floor is yours.
No, I just want to thank my main squeeze, Brock Larson. He's been pretty much my only ride or die since the beginning of my career. Now that I'm looking at the roster, you know what I mean. So that's all. And then obviously, all my teammates and coaches, most of my new home at ATT Atlanta.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, Rocco, best of luck. Enjoy this last little bit of weight cut the best you can. Get in there and perform your best on Saturday, like I'm sure you will.
You think you fucking see these things? You think USADA's going to catch me?
No.
Think USADA's going to catch me?
I don't think so. I think you're good, man.
Oh, good. All right.
Hey, always a pleasure, buddy. Have fun down there, and we'll talk again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.